Jacqui Van Montfrans conducted both a seminar and a clinic this morning based on her passion for rider position. Jacqui, could you tell us a little bit about your riding history and also about your coaching history?
Yeah, sure, Rosemary. Look, where do I start? I guess I started as most children do, for a love of horses. I came from a background of very non-horsey parents, so it was definitely learned through experience. I guess that, as I mentioned in the arena presentation this morning, I've started asking questions and looking for the truth in dressage from a very young age, because I didn't know, because I didn't understand industry terminology, because I often did feel quite foolish about not knowing, because I always marvelled at how some people could do things so easily and make it look so effortless. Over the years, my desire to be a competitive rider was always coupled with those questions. So earlier in my riding career, I've ridden to state, national levels. I've been a member of the Institute of Sport team. I was shortlisted for the 2000 Olympic Games. So from a competitive point of view, I've represented my country, which is fantastic, at CDI derbies and so on. I still had those questions though all the time, and the natural evolution into becoming a coach, I needed to be able to answer those questions for my students. I actually had to get Tammy to ride very much by drawing her heels up yesterday, and that allowed her actually to find much more connection point into the inner thighs, so the adductors, yeah? When she started to do that, she could change her hip angles, but the first thing we actually worked on was getting her to drop her centre of gravity. She's so lovely and straight that on the whole, I don't want to touch that. She looks great on a horse. What it's not letting her do is put her centre of gravity in a place where she can hinge through her lower back. Where she can't hinge through her lower back, she can't get the independence in the reins. The thing is that a good coach is a good coach. So whatever you apply yourself to, you have your niche, and then you have coaching techniques. So as a performance coach, yes, I've very much looked to model excellence and create a system of sorts that I can pass on to riders and coaches as well, so that they have better skills at conveying messages as well, because ultimately we're teaching feel. And teaching feel, you need to actually have some very tangible concepts in order for your riders to be able to walk out of that arena and go home and know that they can attempt a few of these techniques and create feel. It isn't about just trying to sit perfectly still. In fact, the presentation this morning was about it becoming an illusion of sitting still, and that illusion is discovered through balance, and balance is what allows a rider to then become relaxed. So yeah, it's all really interesting.
And Jacqui, what is the future for you with coaching in Australia?
My thrill comes from working with riders whose commitment is to the competition arena, and working with those riders just to give them those tiny little things that allows them to get that little more from their horse. And I guess that ultimate aim of seeing more and more horses in Australia, we're breeding better horses, we're producing better horses, and to see those horses come from those early stages and have that beautiful movement and that beautiful elasticity that they were born with right through to the Grand Prix arena.
That's wonderful. Thank you very much for sharing your time with us today, Jacqui. You've answered a lot of questions. Very much appreciated.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching from Top Horse today at the Queensland Dressage Festival.